For years, fans of Bad Chad Customs have been asking the same question. What really happened to Jolene McIntyre? One minute, she was everywhere, running the shop, holding things together, and playing a huge role behind the scenes. Then suddenly, she was just gone. No clear goodbye, no detailed explanation, and the silence only made the rumors louder. Some say it was business, others think it was personal, and a few believe the truth was never meant to come out at all. But when you start digging into what happened, the story gets way more complicated than anyone expected. Before the rumors and speculation took over, Jolene McIntyre was a major force behind Bad Chad Customs. While Chad became the face of the shop, Jolene was often described as the one keeping everything from falling apart. She handled business operations, scheduling, communication, and helped turn a small custom car shop in Nova Scotia into a brand people recognized around the world. What made Jolene stand? Don't forget to like and subscribe. It was how deeply involved she was. This wasn't someone casually appearing on camera. She was in the shop daily, dealing with stress, deadlines, and constant pressure. Fans noticed her calm presence, especially when things went sideways. And on a show known for chaos, that balance mattered. But as the show grew, so did the strain. Fame changed the shop's pace, expectations skyrocketed, and the line between business and personal life started to blur. Jolene wasn't just working a job anymore. She was living inside it. And that kind of pressure has a way of building quietly, until it doesn't anymore. And that's when things began to shift in ways viewers didn't immediately notice. When Bad Chad Customs took off, it looked like a dream scenario. Bigger projects, more attention, national exposure. But behind the scenes, success brought non-stop pressure. Tight filming schedules, financial stress, and constant expectations from the network turned everyday work into a high-stakes grind. Jolene was often caught in the middle. She had to keep the shop running while managing personalities, deadlines, and growing public scrutiny. Fans didn't see the late nights, the off-camera disagreements, or the emotional weight that comes with being responsible for everything going right. As episodes went on, some viewers noticed subtle changes. Jolene appeared less relaxed. The energy shifted, conversations felt heavier. And while nothing was ever openly addressed on the show, many fans sensed something was building beneath the surface. Reality TV rarely shows the full story. What looks entertaining on screen can be exhausting in real life. And for someone carrying both business and emotional responsibilities, burnout isn't sudden. It creeps in slowly. By the time fans realized something was wrong, the cracks were already there. And what happened next only fueled even more speculation. Then, without warning, Jolene stopped appearing. No announcement, no explanation. She was simply gone from Bad Chad Customs. For longtime viewers, the silence was confusing and unsettling. Almost immediately, rumors started circulating online. Some fans believed there was a major falling out behind the scenes. Others thought the pressure finally became too much. A few even claimed the split was far more dramatic than anyone admitted. The lack of clarity turned simple questions into full-blown theories. What made things worse was how quickly the show moved on. The shop continued. Episodes aired. But Jolene's absence felt impossible to ignore. People weren't just curious, they were suspicious. In the YouTube comments and fan forums, the same theories popped up again and again. Was it business conflict, personal betrayal, or something that couldn't be talked about publicly? When someone so central disappears without a word, people assume the worst. And the longer the silence lasted, the louder those assumptions became. But eventually, pieces of the story began to surface, and they painted a far more human picture than the rumors suggested. Over time, explanations began to emerge, though never in one clear statement. Jolene has hinted that stepping away wasn't about one explosive moment, but rather years of emotional and mental strain. The constant pressure, combined with personal challenges, pushed her to a breaking point. According to accounts shared online, the environment became overwhelming. The lines between work, relationships, and identity blurred. When everything in your life revolves around one place, one show, and one role, it can slowly wear you down. There was no dramatic scandal revealed, no shocking expose. Instead, it sounded like a difficult decision made for self-preservation. Walking away wasn't easy, but staying may have been worse. Still, because these explanations came in fragments, Many fans weren't satisfied. The internet doesn't like quiet endings, and without a single clear narrative, speculation continued to fill the gaps. Some people accepted the explanation, others believed more was being hidden, and that divide is what keeps this story alive today. Because even when the facts seem simple, the emotions behind them rarely are. After leaving the show, Jolene largely stepped out of the spotlight. No constant updates, no detailed breakdowns, just distance. And for someone who once lived so publicly, that choice spoke volumes. Fans searching for answers noticed she focused more on personal healing and private life, rather than public explanations. That decision frustrated some viewers, but for others, it made perfect sense. After years of stress and scrutiny, silence can be a form of recovery. Occasional appearances and online traces suggest she rebuilt her life away from the chaos. No cameras, no deadlines, no pressure to perform. And while that left fans with unanswered questions, it also showed she was prioritizing something more important than public approval. Ironically, the less she said, the more interest grew. Mystery feeds curiosity, and in Jolene's case, every quiet move fueled new theories. But sometimes, the real story isn't dramatic. Sometimes it's about survival, boundaries, and knowing when to walk away, even if people don't understand it. And that leads to the question fans still debate today. The reason people still talk about Jolene McIntyre isn't just curiosity, it's relatability. Her story reflects what happens when passion turns into pressure and success comes at a personal cost. Many viewers saw her as the backbone of Bad Chad Customs. Losing that presence changed the show's energy, and fans felt it immediately. That emotional connection is why the questions never stopped. This wasn't just a cast change, it felt like someone quietly stepping away from something that consumed them. And in a world obsessed with fame, that choice stands out. Whether fans believe the official explanations or not, one thing is clear, Jolene's departure wasn't random. It was the result of accumulated stress, difficult choices, and a need to reclaim control. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Not every story ends with drama. Some end with someone choosing themselves, even if it leaves the audience wondering what really happened. And that unanswered curiosity, that's what keeps this story alive.